Hi everyone, and welcome to a new video of Sustainable Friends. We are during Fashion Week and we're organizing a lot of interviews regarding the story of the different fashion brands we have certified, and we are also hosting in the store, so we also invite you to pass by to see directly their clothes. Today we're talking about the swimwear couture Rêve de Rive. So hi Lauren, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. So let's start by talking about the history of your brand. So how and when did you create it?
So when I started the brand 2014, my first collection launch was 2015.
Okay.
But the idea of swimwear started way before that. It was actually my first thesis in my master's. I studied at Domus Academy.
Okay.
It was my thesis in my master's starting a swimwear brand. It was not linked to sustainability at the time, but more globally what the brand, blah, blah, blah. And the joke behind Rêve de Rive and why it started is because I don't want to say I was a party person, but I tend to went out a lot and I loved the beach clubs and I loved all those scenes and atmospheres. And I would go and buy every single swimwear, everywhere, designer, non-designer, obsessed, exactly. It was too much sometimes. I said, oh, I have way too much swimwear here. And I always told my mother, I would say, I'm just doing research for my future. But it was a joke. It was not a serious thing because it was in my thesis, the whole thing. But in 2014, I was doing some research on apparel, fashion wear, what's starting, what's up and coming. And swimwear was up and coming at the time. I think it was 2018, the research went up to in terms of numbers and finances. And so 2015, when I launched, I was already in Geneva. So I used Geneva as the home-based company. And when we started, we had a very small collection. We had maybe 13 pieces. I sold everything together. I didn't have as much space. One of the issues I ran into during that startup phase was production. And you cannot find swimwear manufacturing companies. It was impossible. At least for me, when you searched, it was very hard. So this is how I started my own production. And 2015, 16, I said, let's make this sustainable. So I changed everything at that point. My fabrics, I did huge research on fabrics. Every fashion textile fair you could imagine around Europe and the US. And I found 3 companies.
Also because it's not such an explored market in terms of sustainability in swimwear.
No.
It's hard to find sustainable swimwear.
Sustainable swimwear is hard to find. And what I experienced during this time was, you could say 2016, I'm sustainable. And everyone believed you. But one of the issues later on came that it was greenwashing. I had no proof of why I was what I was, linking this certificate and why when they agreed to it and I was accepted, I was so proud. It was like a personal achievement because I'm no longer greenwashing. And for today, using recycled nylon, saving what we all, well, at least what I love, I don't know about you, Sarah, but the oceans.
Of course.
Ways to save the oceans. Without those oceans, without the body of water, we have no need for swimwear. This is kind of where also the name comes from, to be next to a body of water. Could be anything. I mean, I use the lake, but an ocean, the Mediterranean, Adriatic.
And what are your plans for 2024?
2024, my 2 goals. One, to expand my swimwear collection, but to make it more for the customer looking to dress up. So I had an idea for a honeymoon collection. I had an idea. It's not just about the colors and the materials, but also how you dress it. So the swimwear that I design, but that everyone is wearing, is built for an occasion. It's not just I'm going to the beach, I'm going to throw on a triangle bikini. You're throwing on a triangle bikini because you're tanning. But if you're going somewhere, you're with your family or whatever you're doing, all the different styles and cuts that we have are made for these occasions.
Okay, that's very nice.
And my second plan is we're adding another layer of sustainability. I'm in conversation with a company in France who will take all of our leftover material from the manufacturing and we'll kind of like take it apart. And the goal is either to make something for our retail strategy, so something on the walls, something that really incorporates furniture for our offices, or if we can, I don't know how, this is still exploring, make it into a fabric to reuse it. So we're still exploring what to do with this project.
Last thing, so you, as you said, you became certified Friend of the Earth in December. You're very excited about that, right?
Yes, I am.
Why do you think people should be interested in certifications, both customers and also companies?
A certification means that you've achieved something within the standards of what everyone globally agrees on. So to have something that says you're within what globally everyone agrees on is really important for a company, for a product, because it's expensive what what you invest in. You pay $200-300 for a swimsuit. You want to know there's transparency. It came from here. It was used like this. This is recycled material. So this is why I think it's important, and it avoids greenwashing because it's still happening. It's still happening today.
More than before.
More than before, exactly.
And yesterday you participated in the Sustainable Conference that we organized here in the center of Milan, and we also invite you to follow all of our content regarding that. So how did it go?
So I enjoyed speaking about the brands. However, for me, I misunderstood a lot of things because I was so busy. So I confused this interview with this Fashion Week. It was a bit crazy. But I enjoyed presenting my brand, even though I organized what I did last minute. And I was also very proud to see all the other brands who participated. It was so nice to see Paolo up there. It was a community, the engagement, speaking to everybody after, seeing who's even nearby there. I noticed there were some other Swiss designers, which I never heard of. Some were even local to Geneva, so that was nice to learn. But the experience yesterday was beautiful to express the brand, but from my perspective, to meet others in the community.
So your products are available here in Galleria Passerella 1, but also you have an e-commerce in your website also?
We're available online e-commerce. We're also available on Zalando, Swiss and France market.
Oh, okay, perfect. So we invite you to also consult your webpage.
Of course, but please come here to the shop, try everything on, get the right fit, and then you'll know, because once you know your fit, it's easier to order online.
Oh yeah, that's true. Perfect. And probably we'll see each other in September for the exhibition.
Absolutely. I hope sooner though.
Yeah. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you. See each other.
See you.
And we see goodbye to the next interview. Bye.
Bye-bye.